You know, there's this huge disconnect happening in luxury real estate right now. We've got these absolutely stunning, high-end homes that are being marketed with a playbook that is completely out of date. So today, we're going to break down why that old wait-and-see game isn't just failing to work. It's actively costing sellers money and, honestly, their peace of mind.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. Have you ever had that feeling that your home, a place you've poured your heart, your soul, your everything into, just isn't being seen for its true worth? It's an incredibly common frustration. And you know what? It almost always points back to the exact same thing, a tired, outdated marketing plan.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem. On one side, you have the old model, list it and wait. It's totally passive. But then on the other side, you see what modern luxury buyers are actually looking for. They expect a curated experience, they want storytelling, they want to feel an emotional connection. I mean, the gap between those two is just massive, isn't it?
This whole thing is what we call the outdated wait game. And it's a strategy that was really built for a completely different market from a different era. So when you try to apply it to luxury homes today, well, it is a recipe for some serious disappointment. This right here is the listed and wait trap. It's this quiet, passive belief that a truly great property will just, sell itself. It's based on this idea that the home does all the heavy lifting, which is a really, really dangerous assumption to make in the luxury space.
And this whole trap is built on some really flawed thinking. The model just assumes the perfect buyer is already out there, actively searching. It assumes that basic listings will do the job and that standard photos are good enough. And it assumes your only job as a seller is to sit back and wait for offers. This isn't just passive. In the world of luxury, it pretty much makes your home invisible.
So what makes luxury so different? Well, it's because we're not just selling square footage and a list of features. We are selling a vision, a lifestyle, and that demands intentional, powerful storytelling.
Okay, let's get right to it. The myth is that if your home is beautiful and priced well, buyers will just magically find it. But the reality? Your ideal buyer might be perfectly happy where they are. They're not scrolling through listings for fun. They need to be found, they need to be engaged, and they need to be shown an opportunity so compelling that they just can't ignore it.
Oh, I love this quote. It just paints such a perfect picture, doesn't it? Imagine a stunning, one-of-a-kind gown just tossed onto a clearance rack. The value is absolutely still there, but the presentation, the context, it just completely devalues the whole thing. And that is exactly what happens when a magnificent home gets a generic, static online listing.
Okay, so what are the real-world consequences of this passive approach? Look, it's not just about waiting a little longer. There is a very real financial and emotional cost that just starts to pile up, which makes this problem feel urgent and, for the seller, deeply personal.
And this is the downward spiral we see all the time. First, the home loses that exciting, new-to-market buzz. Then, as the days on market tick up, buyers start to wonder, what's wrong with it? And that leads directly to the final, most painful step, price erosion. The value of your home literally starts to bleed away.
And beyond the pure numbers, there's this incredibly heavy emotional toll. I mean, you've poured your life into this home, and now it feels like it's just been dumped onto the market without any real care or strategy. It's not just about the lack of showings, it's that feeling that no one is out there fighting for your home's story. It's a feeling of being completely and utterly invisible.
Okay, let's do a quick gut check. Here are 5 huge red flags. Is your home's description just a list of specs? Are the photos kind of generic? Is your agent pretty quiet about new strategies? If you're nodding along to any of these, I'm sorry to say, your marketing is probably falling short.
But here's the good news. It does not have to be this way. The solution is a fundamental shift in perspective. We have to move from selling property to selling a lifestyle. This is the modern approach, and honestly, it changes the entire game.
It's so important to understand what these buyers actually expect. They want professional storytelling that helps them see their future in your home. They expect to see it marketed through exclusive channels they already trust. And they need to feel something, that visceral, I have to have this emotional response when they see the photos and videos.
So here's the first big shift. We're moving away from a dry, boring listing description, and instead we're crafting the home's narrative. It's the difference between just listing facts, 4 beds, 3 baths, and telling the story of those big family gatherings on the patio or the quiet mornings spent in that perfect sun-drenched study.
And the second big shift is all about reach. We're ditching the passive spray and pray approach of just putting it on the MLS and hoping for the best. Instead, we move to active, targeted, and curated campaigns. This means we're putting your home's story directly in front of the right buyers where they're already spending their time.
Here's another fantastic way to think about it. The information on that sticky note invitation might be correct, right? But does it even begin to convey the importance of the event? Of course not. And traditional marketing does the exact same thing to a luxury home. It gives you the facts, but it completely fails to honor the significance of the asset.
So let's bring all this together. The real path to success isn't about just getting your home listed online. It's about completely rewriting its story for the marketplace. It's about taking back control and being intentional.
And here's the blueprint for how it's done. Step 1. You craft a powerful visual and written narrative. Step 2. You position that amazing story in exclusive spaces. And step 3, you create urgency and desire with strategic campaigns that make your home absolutely impossible to ignore.
And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. When you get the story right, you completely flip the dynamic. You're no longer sitting around, waiting and hoping someone finds your home. Instead, the right buyers, they actively pursue it. They see the value, they feel that connection, and they know they have to make it theirs.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Every single home has a story. The real question is, what is the story that your home needs to tell to capture the heart of its next owner?